Hello, Mr. Sean. I'm very glad to meet you again. Um, I've sent my written paper, but I would like to send you my video version too, because I like dialects, and I'm sure um, I strongly believe that dialects are the most powerful means of communication. Now about promote critical thinking. In the discussion, cultural introduction, I got a comment from Josephine, which was very nice for me. She loved the motto I use in my classroom, that they are my heroes and the future is in our classroom. She thinks that I am a sensitive teacher and she would like to be a little girl in order to be my student, and I would like to be her teacher as well. She agreed that encouraging words have an impact on the students. Now I'm sure that critical thinking can be learned and taught. I also feel that I use my class motto, the future is in our classroom, as a future design techniques which is part of critical thinking. And I'm sure my students feel that very deeply as they are confident. During PBL, they express unusual ideas to solve problems. And I noticed that my students have a sense of leadership in our school. My students felt shy and hesitated in the classes, but when given this norm and or motto, I solved this problem, students responded well to it and really got to focus on it after Josephine's comment. Promoted the reflection. I feel my ability to reflect has greatly increased, especially because of the responses of my peers I got on my course. I will share a few examples. I always thought that I'm a good listener and reader, but after getting introduced to the reflection mode and the first step, which is to pay full attention, made me think, and the reflection on my practice, which is actually the second step, reflect before responding. I have never done it before. To tell the truth, I have never reflected before responding. I've never tried to read attentively. I've never tried to understand what the others want to say or what they mean. I've never gone into details to ask some questions to get more information before responding. This is awkward. This was very answer to in field of reflection after reading the responses. Mr. Gautam from Bangladesh, I hope I pronounced his name correctly. If I'm not, I'm so sorry. His question in the discussion, multiply identities and microculture, was: you say that your school have some Yazidi students. I'm very much interested in knowing whether you or the student face any kind of problems with this example of exclusiveness. Do you need any extra crisis management training, or do the visit students become victims of bullying? I realized that I should look more objectively, deeper in this question, um, at things for other persons or parties' perspective rather than only my own. Not to tell my own experience all the time. It made me think futuristically about my profession and practice. Now about strengthen the sense of community that you have with other participants in this class. I found honest and sincere colleagues and friends as we responded to each other close and developed as a strong sense of community. I feel good colleagues and friends do the following, if not more: encourage each other with narrating on examples like Yvette, Josephine, and Gautam. Again, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name incorrectly. I feel very supported as I know there are English language teachers from around the world who will support me, who will give tips whenever and whenever I need. and that is evident from the post of my first met above. We understand each other's practice and perspective as we go through similar experience, no matter where we are from. Everyone's own experience is very important, informative, and useful for our future career and even for our lives. This was so evident in the cultural bumps, posts, and responses. We trust each other that we were able to share some very personal stories which one would not share with people we don't know. I believe the environment created in this course gives us the platform which is safe and reassuring. Last but not the least, I feel we respect each other's perspectives and practices and have learned to show respect too. The polite language and the respectful expression we have learned makes a huge difference in developing this cohesive community. It was interesting to read about the culture, thoughts, background, and opinions of my peers. I love being a teacher, and it's so thrilling to see this passion is shared through the world. By being respectful, free from assumptions and judgment, reflecting on what we say and supporting each other's thoughts, encouraging and kind of words. Every discussion we have brings a new revelation and a sharing of mind. We do can only strengthen our understanding of each other through multiply culture. I'm sure that we will continue our collaboration and perhaps friendship longer, even longer than we think now. Thank you again for this course. It gives me a lot. It makes me much more powerful. It makes me go deeper and deeper. Thank you very much.